Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale. If you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure.
You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut.
So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it.
You got the
Yeah, sure.
opening. Doing Dave and I can switch some.
We are. Johnny, tell me the history on this.
Now this stout is Black Hawk Stout from the Mendocino brewery, and once again another beer named after a raptor. Obviously, like we said at the beginning of the show, they love their birds and their raptors, and this one is supposed to have a little bit of a nice malt profile with a little bit of a hop back end. They didn't use a whole bunch, but from what I found out about the beer, what we looked up, it should have a decent stout profile. So
right.
we're gonna give this a whirl and see.
It claims to be a little bit more crisp and refreshing than a traditional stout. So you think of like an Irish dry stout, they tend to be drying on your palate, right? And this is claiming a little bit more crispness. Now this uses a special malt, like a black something malt.
Yeah, what was that?
This might be considered like a sweet stout, or it's not made from oatmeal, so it wouldn't be an oatmeal stout, but it might be.
No.
It's not good. It probably doesn't have.
Well, I think on this one we're gonna get a little bit of that like semi-sweet dark chocolate sort of flavor in the beginning, or it's gonna linger in there for a little while. But
Beautiful fluffy little head on this puppy.
yeah, it's really got a nice head. It's saying pretty well. The color of it is nice, deep and dark. Definitely
Quarter
or stout. Okay.
Yeah, it's down the center, baby. As much head as we can get.
It's like a whipped kind of head.
Oh, you really smell a little chocolate on that. You still get some nice chocolate. You get good little caramel sort of molasses.
Yeah, it smells like maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Maple syrup. Wow. I haven't been up to Vermont in a long time, and it's good.
This has a great fragrance. Yeah, very rich, very rich. What are we at AP? I think we're 5% on this.
Yeah, so it's a generic stout.
Yeah.
Or ABV, it's not imperial, right?
That's right.
No. But why don't we? Looks like it's gonna be a little crisp to the palate. You want to give it a cheers? Cheers.
That maple was the first thing I noticed.
But it's got a wonderful, smokiness to it, too.
Yeah.
I didn't expect.
Yeah, that's actually a very fantastic stout. I like it. The flavor lasts long enough for you to enjoy it, but then it goes away, and once it goes away, you're like, oh, I want more.
Right.
I want more. So you keep going back, and that's characteristic of a really decent beer. When you want to keep going back for some more of that.
It's pretty sweet, too.
Yeah.
It is, and it's not as drying as a dry stout, which is nice, and that keeps your palate, nice and cool. I'm totally excited about. It's definitely, when you first sip, that first flavor is definitely like the sweet molasses that Chad's talking about. But man, I'm in love with the smoke profile of this thing. It's got like this wonderful woody kind of flavor, the finish of it, and it's a surprise, and it's a really nice one.
It's reminded me, it has almost kind of like a soda kind of taste to it, like almost like a artificial sweetener. Do you notice that? It's getting like this. Got like a maple and a little bit of chocolate in there, like you said, real smoky, but it finishes like really sweet. It's a very smooth beer, just like the IPA.
The mouthfeel is fantastic. It is a very smooth beer. It does dry out at the end, but it's not incredibly, sucking all the moisture out of your mouth dry. And I think that that chocolate. That chocolate smoky, that mixture of chocolate, smoky, molasses, roast, malt thing, I think it really sits well.
It's not too sweet, and it's got a sweet profile, but it's not sugary sweet.
Right. It's not overwhelming.
This one gets like an 87 for me.
I'll put it up there. I'm giving it higher. I'd say I'm going to agree with you. Go totally 7 on this one, and really give it some higher marks. I think that it hit the mark a lot more before stout, a lot better than it hit the mark for the IPA.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. It's really good, and it's real, like, just like the IPA, drinker friendly, good introductory.
I would recommend this to a friend.
It doesn't feel like a heavy beer either.
No, it doesn't. Which, you know, at 5%, it's usually down to the IPA. So, you know, that's always, we keep reiterating on the show, like, it's a misconception about dark beers, especially stouts. Like, they're not heavy beers most of the time, unless you get like an imperial or something like that.
MS Murphy's and Beamish were designed to be working man's beer.
Yeah.
Exactly. Is that they're session beers. They're meant to be, so you can drink a lot of them over a long period of time without being 3 sheets of whiskey.
Yeah. What do you gave this an 8 out of 10. We gave it, you know, high 80s. I think that this was a good showing by the Mendocino wine. And I think that would you guys say that after tasting, you know, these 2 beers, you'd want to taste like the rest of the library that they have, right? Yeah. Okay, so here's the variety pack that you get from the Mendocino Brewing Company, and it has the Red Tail Ale, it's a red ale, the Eye of the Hawk, which is I'm not exactly sure what that.
It might be is that a barley one?
At 8%, it's very well.
It's an ale, so I don't know. It could be.
It could be approaching that particular level. You know what's interesting about this variety box is that the stout is the lowest ABV. You know, the darkest beer is your lowest ABV, and a lot of times, like, people who make big IPAs and big ales tend to go imperial on their stouts, and here, like, Mendocino has really kind of brought it back a little bit with their stout. And why do you sell it?
I would say that the composition here is a little watery. I'd probably prefer a little bit thicker, but you know, I can't really find anything to complain about.
Yeah, I like it. I'm now excited about trying the other 2 out of this variety pack, the Red Tail and the Eye of the Hawk. Let's see what they taste like. This brewery you can find in Saratoga Springs, New York, and also in I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, Utah, California. It's about 110 miles outside of San Francisco, so you can get it on both coasts. They got a brew pub where they are, and outside of San Francisco, I think they got a couple other little locations. They have a couple other brew pubs out there. But so if you get out and try some of this, I mean, please do. We recommend it. Do you recommend it too?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
The only get said about does it was Chad and Friends beer reviews on it. By the time this airs, they'll have seen. I'm doing a whole weekend of Chad and Friends beer reviews. Because after I'm going out to my friend's house tonight, and then I'm going to another friend's house on Sunday, all doing beer reviews just like this. So it's like Chad on the road, I guess.
That's great.
All right, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.